Isabella, sir.
Of course. But my point still stands. And with two beautiful ladies here, I'm sure.
Dude, you're married!
And I'm sure little Lily here would certainly appreciate it if you remove your pretty hands from her, darling.
Oh, Jesus. The pressure on my shoulder lifts as soon as those words leave his wife's lips, with a scowl on her face like a splash of cold water on me. It is also impossible to miss the displeased frown on Marianne's face. The realization that we might lose this sale because of my outburst instantly dawns on me. Rose will be beyond pissed.
I think I need to step out for a while. I'll be back.
Bowing my head, I mutter a quick apology and gather my stuff to make a quick exit. It doesn't matter if this place is haunted or not. I've caused trouble, and Rose can be quite unforgiving of behavior like this. I'm almost at the door when she catches up to me.
Isabella, wait!
The apprehension must have been quite obvious on my face, because her expression instantly shifts to something gentler, greater. Eyes softer, font, smile spreading on her lips.
Hey, I'm not angry.
I know. I'm sorry I ruined this for you.
Come on, you didn't ruin anything. It's not like we haven't ran into any problems before. If we don't get a deal today, we can always try on a different day. And look.
She hesitates, completely trailing off before shifting her gaze down to her hands and small gestures to stall. Fingers are fiddling with a piece of folded paper. It's that stupid letter again. My hands stiffen when she gives it back, but I take it nevertheless. More as an automatic response than any desire to have it back. I'll throw it away if I can. She's not gonna throw it away, is she? But I have this nagging feeling that one way or another it'll find its way back to me regardless of what I do about it.
Rose, this is... You have to let them know about...
I know you want us to get this sale so badly. And we've made a lot of plans on how to go about this. I mean, who wouldn't? This is the first time I've been assigned to a property like this. I've sold plenty of houses before, but nothing like what we have here. It's a beautiful house. I'd love to get one of my own if I ever win the lottery. But I think... Look, here's the thing, Isabella. If we are going to do this, work on something, I don't know, this big, I need you in top shape. And the way you are now...
My mind stops.
What? Wait. No, I can still work. I just need to get myself together.
That's what you said earlier. I let it go because I thought, hey, it's your own body and you should know more than anyone how you feel. But after this, I really think you should take a break.
You're kicking me out?
No, I'm not. Look, all I'm asking is for you to take a seat somewhere I can see you, and let me handle this for now. You're clearly not yourself, and I honestly could use some time not worrying when you'll fall over or not. The day's not even over, and I'm already feeling the stress. Please, humor me just this once.
She clasps her hand together in front of her, eyes pleading for understanding. And I do understand, to some extent. That doesn't mean I'll feel any less awful. Whether at myself at the unlucky turn this situation has taken, or for her, I don't really know.
I promise I'll give you a full report of what happens after. I'll even let you take the lead tomorrow.
Fine. Okay. I'll step aside for now.
You're upset.
A little, yeah, obviously.
If it's any consolation, I won't tell the boss about today. You know how he is.
Please don't. I don't want a repeat of the lecture I got during my first assignment. He called me a noob. And I don't even know what that means.
What? You don't? Oh. At the memory, we both burst into helpless giggles, earning us strange looks from the guests milling about the door. Talking and laughing like this, it's easy to forget any mishaps that happened. Little things you learn to appreciate, I guess.
So, are we good?
I'm still not okay with it, but Rose has a point. It's better for me to step out of this one for now.
I won't be able to help you anyways if I keep getting distracted like this. Maybe.
Please,
Whoa.
just stay put.
Sorry.
I insist.
What did that say? Oh, I could click. Oh,
I won't be able to help you anyways if I keep getting distracted like this. Maybe I'll just take a walk outside or something while I wait for you to wrap things up.
oh, okay.
I'm not an invalid, Rose.
Whoa.
You clearly have not seen how you looked earlier.
It's not that bad.
Color hasn't even returned to your cheeks yet. Just stay here, all right? Don't even think of going anywhere. Let me finish what I'm doing here, and then I'll take you back to Luxembourg myself to have that minor bump checked. At least wait for me to call someone who'll fetch you, okay?
She's gone before I can voice one word of complaint. Left with nothing else to do, I find myself drifting back to the foyer. A few visitors linger in the area, some merely enjoying the afternoon sunlight streaming through the stained glass windows. Others can be seen admiring the priceless antiques decorating the room. One group of elderlies, excuse me? Gathered some ways across from me is occupied in a friendly banter about which one could say, what the fuck? One group of elderlies gathered some ways across from me is occupied in a friendly banter about which one would cost more to buy. A little argument here and occasional laughter and teasing there. I smile to myself. The conversation reminds me of what I've been missing these past few months. Rose is probably right. I do need a break. Maybe this afternoon's hangout will help? Speaking of, I should call Ash. It's a few hours early from what I've told him, but he did ask for a call once I'm done. Wait, didn't we just establish that there's bad reception here? Besides, I don't have a ride back. He offered, so I might as well take it. Or bribe him into giving me one. Not that he'll ever accept the latter, personal convictions and all. Honestly, if there's something I find admirable in him, despite his tendency to annoy the hell out of me, that is that. Well, whatever way works, a free ride is still a free ride. There's Rose's offer too, but despite what she says, I know she'll be busy for the rest of the afternoon, especially without me assisting. Bothering her for a favor as small as this is the last thing I want to do right now. What? A couple of minutes and a few prayers asking for a decent signal later, the call finally connects and...
Shit. Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup, I'm Ash
what?
from Deluxe
Shit,
City.
how loud is this thing
Baggers,
even?
watch out, can't beat me.
Wait, he's in the
Looking for
room?
trouble? Better not lie.
A sharp
I'm a
ringing
cool
fills the
dude,
entire hall,
pretty fly
disrupting
for an
the...
Asian guy.
Oh, I gotta sneeze
Sup,
now.
I'm Ash from Deluxe
Fuck.
City. Baggers, watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy.
Sorry guys, I had to blow my nose off mic. Sharp ringing fills the entire hall, disrupting the pleasant quiet that is settled. Soon enough, heads begin to turn in search of the source, mine included. My eyes dart around the small crowd before zeroing in on a lone figure, crouched behind the same group of old people checking out the decors moments ago. He is facing away from me, fumbling with something in his hands, but I don't need to see his face to know whose back it is. Oh, I didn't recognize that dumb parka anywhere. Without bothering to end the call, I marched towards him. After what happened today, I'm really not in the mood to deal with this.
Of all the times to...
Ashton Frey!
He's a cool Asian guy. Yep. Sure. What happens next is something I surely regret later for having not recorded.
Ah!
Excuse me? What? Can I not repeat that sound he just made? Ah! What? That is not... He lets out an undignified yelp followed by his phone slipping out of his grip. Oh, fuck, that's a loud noise. Hope your cell phone's okay. It bounces from one hand to another in his poor attempt to catch it before ultimately falling flat on the floor with a resounding clack. I feel kind of sorry for the phone. And the floor. But it's not every day you can catch someone like Ash off guard and get a reaction. Damn it, stupid detectives. Oh! Is he like a PI? I'll take every ounce of victory I can get, no matter how small. Ha! An awkward pause passes between us. A blink. A cough. He makes a face. And then, in a too quick motion, he ducks and retrieves his abused gadget, while a grin threatens to break out of his lips. He doesn't meet my eyes when he straightens, but a flush has crept up his neck and cheeks. In another universe where we might have known each other for 5 years and suffering through his teasing isn't a day-to-day occurrence, chances are I find that adorable. Endearing even. Unfortunately, that isn't that kind of world. The way things are, I'm already content to see him out of his obnoxiously calm and collected disposition.
Hello to you too, scaredy cat.
Why is his name
I could stand
Asshole?
to be greeted like a normal person, you know.
That's wrong, Gabe! I guess that's how Hannah or Isabella sees it.
What? And miss that look on your face? No way.
Is it gonna be Asshole this entire game?
Oh man, I should have taken a picture.
I am so honored you find this funny. Is that how you treat your guests? I think I need to talk to your supervisor.
Talk to yourself. You aren't even a guest here. What are you doing here in the first place?
For a moment, he looks like a cat that swallowed the canary. Suddenly checking every nook and cranny in his phone for any damages or scratches seems to be more interesting activity than explaining himself.
Ash,
I could be looking to buy a house.
What?
a mansion?
This house?
Yeah, why not? Did you see the view outside? It doesn't look haunted to me at all.
48 acres, man! That's a lot of money! He's messing with me.
Ashton, I am not in the mood. What are you doing here?
He chances a glimpse at some point behind me. A parlor? Curious, I follow his gaze before I can figure out what has caught his attention, he places a hand on my shoulder and turns me back to face him.
I just finished working on something, so I dropped by.
Ah. Still, I don't see how his work has anything to do with why he's here. At my confused look, he drops the hand resting on my arm like he has touched something particularly hot and casually rubs the back of his neck.
And I said I'll see if I can pick you up. Turns out I can. Free time and all.
Oh! He likes her!
So here I am. Figured you'd still be busy, and so I roamed around for a while.
He likes her! Do we have a thing for him? Nothing. Nothing yet. Undiscovered. Huh. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, okay.
Oh, you should have mentioned that sooner. I was about to throw you out.
Throw me? Hey, I was given a pamphlet. I think that makes me a legitimate client.
We have mandatory sign-in sheets for clients, Ash. I didn't see your name on it. And you can't just roam around because it says open house. Normal people
Wait,
actually
what?
follow an etiquette here.
Wait, there's an etiquette to open house? I guess... I don't know. I actually don't know. I've never been to an open house before. Other than for like maybe a school.
Right, okay. I think I'll just go ahead and...
No, wait. I wasn't really going to throw you out. Rose said... Never mind. I was just about to leave anyway.
Wait, what? Now?
Something must have shown on my face because he pauses and gives me a long, hard stare. Sometimes I forget how easy reading people is for Ash, given how he often looks as if everything around him is a chore. I avoid his eyes, hoping he'll drop the subject and won't ask any more questions. The last thing I want is to tell him what happened, especially the part about the letter. In fact, he's the last person on Earth I'll ever think about telling it to, if I can help it. Sure, he's a dependable guy. God knows how many times he has helped me, even without me asking for it. Oh. He really likes her. But stuff like ghosts and the supernatural, he'll never believe those even if he hears it from a friend. Except maybe if it's from Becca. On a good day, the most harmless thing he'll do is give you an explanation why those things have no chance of ever being real. Ah, he's the skeptic. At worst, he's insufferable. He'll poke fun at you at every single chance he'll get. Since he likes you, Isabella. I don't think he does that for anyone else. Asshole. What did I ever do to him? He never does that to Becca or Zach. See? So many clues! He likes her! I can already imagine how things will go down the moment I spill a word of what I saw. Nope! Over my dead body. Before it catches his attention, I shove the letter deep into my bag.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Let's just go.
Doesn't look like a nothing to me.
Uh-oh.
We still have Zach's movie tonight, remember?
It's still early. And didn't you say your shift will end around 5 or 6? What about... Hey, Isabella, wait up!
Birds! A rush of air greets me as soon as the main door opens. Not the usual autumn draft, but it's still a welcome change from the stifling atmosphere inside the mansion. Ash's footsteps are quick behind me, the soles of his shoes thumping hard against this polished concrete in an awkward cadence as he rushes to catch it up. He calls out once, twice. The mansion still looms in the background. Whispers calling me back, shadows beckoning. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm gonna leave. I don't look back. We spend the ride back to Luxborn City in a relatively quiet manner, with only the radio's disjointed hum in the background to fill the silence. Occasionally, Ash will reach out to fiddle with it until the signal settles, or it's on a respectable volume, but otherwise he doesn't say anything. Neither do I. However, if the furtive glances he's been sending my way are signs, I know there are things he's been itching to ask ever since we left the mansion. I keep my eyes trained on passing scenery outside in the small hope that my disinterest will dissuade him.
Here.
All of a sudden, he tosses something at me with a small compartment on his side. It hits me cleanly in the chin before I can make a move to catch it. The small package makes a small, soft landing in my lap instead.
Sorry.
The glare I send him wipes the smirk about to form cleanly off his face. He clears his throat, focusing his eyes on the road again. I swear he did that on purpose. Ignoring him, I flip the half-forgotten package on my lap.
I won't say no to free food, but why are you giving away cereal bars?
Oh, I thought it was a protein bar. Oh, it's made by Yang! God damn it, Yang Mobile.
I always have one on my person, and you look like you're about to pass out back there. Have you eaten lunch yet?
Ah, she has not. I don't even get a chance to deny it because right on cue my stomach rumbles loudly and an empty gnawing feeling on my belly becomes noticeable. No surprise there, I did skip breakfast and lunch so I could catch Becca while she was on break. I was hoping to get a small meal after. I guess with everything going on I just forgot it till Ash mentioned it. It's not like the hollow feeling's new to me though, oof. If anything, it's just one of the things I've gotten used to ignoring over the years growing up, oof. A thanks, then I tear open the package and start nibbling on the edge of the bar. Apart from the acknowledging nod, Ash doesn't say anything after that small exchange. For that, I'm thankful. After getting an earful from both Becca and Rose, it's nice to be able to just sit down with someone who's not going to nag at you.
How'd the open house go?
The usual. We got a bigger crowd than normal because of the property's fame, but really, no different from the typical open house.
What? But Hannah wanted to buy it. That's her name, right? Ma'am Hannah? Yes. And like, sort of getting confused with Marianne and Hannah.
On second thought, it actually looks like a fancy party more than an open house. I've never felt so underdressed in my life. Weren't you there?
I wasn't really listening.
I should have asked someone to kick you out.
No, you won't.
And what makes you so sure?
One, ever since you got assigned to this property, you've been freaking out about it. Rebecca's words, not mine. She's been complaining to me about how you talked your ears off, by the way. 2, despite your initial qualms about the place, you still took the job. Which brings us to 3. It's been months since you last settled a deal, and you're short on money right now since you're back to your instant noodle diet.
Damn.
How do you even know about the last one?
Rebecca.
Ah.
Anyhow, you're hellbent on selling the mansion. Even if someone you know personally is in the tour group, you aren't going to just kick them out. Every single person who went on your open house is still a prospective client to you. Even me.
He's not entirely wrong. Oh man, I rocked it right into that one, didn't I?
I hate you. I really hate you right now.
His answer is a small laugh, the kind that screams, "I'm good, I'm right, I told you so." I hate it when he does that.
I'll have you know that there's already someone who's extremely interested in this property. So even if you expressed any sort of interest in it, I don't think they'd be willing to let you have it. Too bad.
Provided I didn't botch it with the rights, with the chain letter and everything. Ma'am Hannah in particular didn't look too pleased with what I did. I owe Rose a big apology. I hope she likes free donuts.
You don't seem too happy about it.
I am happy. Doesn't this look like a happy face to you?
No.
Really? And here I was thinking you found another one stuffed in the sofa. Or is it the wardrobe this time?
You meant that as a joke, but how close is it to the truth made my blood run cold and my own heartbeat a heavy weight in my chest. All at once, the letter in my bag feels a whole lot heavier, burdened by my own guilt and apprehension.
Yeah, well, things happened. Stuff the right couple might not be pleased about. No need to make a fuss about it. It's normal in the business.
You made them angry?
Not angry, just stuff happened.
Like?
Things.
Oh boy, he's gonna push, isn't he?
Did they do anything? Your clients, the rights, was it?
Can't answer that. Oh, what do you say to a detective? At least not without revealing everything that took place in the attic. He's gonna look through that. He's smart enough to deduce everything that's happened in the last 3 months for her. So lying to him here was probably not the right choice. Look at me with my logic. It could be lied to him for all I know.
You keep asking me about my work, yet you haven't said a single word about yours.
Oh, I think what up? Hell yeah.
That's not fair. Both you and Zach have literally disappeared off the face of the earth.
An over-exaggeration, but changing the subject to something else is still better than outright lying to him. Besides, it never works on him. Okay, good. Chose correctly. I'm not sure if it's because I'm just bad at it or because he's just really very good at his job. He doesn't answer immediately, only momentarily shifting a glance over me and then returning back to the road when he has to make a sharp turn. Outside, the sun has already started its descent, casting a vibrant orange glow on the tall buildings. I wonder how long before we reach the venue for Zach's film. Checking the street signs outside, it appears Ash has taken the longer route. Odd, but he's probably trying to avoid the rush hour traffic.
Didn't we just talk a week ago over chat?
That's different. Linking your awful memes in the group chat box every morning isn't exactly a conversation.
Excuse me, I don't hear you calling them awful while you're laughing at all of them.
Aww.
Shut up! And you aren't answering my question.
That earns him a soft punch to his arm. I did laugh at them, but I'm not going to give them the satisfaction of knowing what I find most of them funny. It only makes his head bigger, stupid asshole.
All right, lay off on the abuse. Remember that case I mentioned before? We've been trying to pin the bastard down, but it required more work than we anticipated. The guy's slippery like that. We got some good lead months ago.
He recounts what he's been doing in the time we haven't seen each other. His usual work, this occasional small investigation, and the big case he's been stuck working on. Stuff he couldn't mention in the brief time we catch each other online. Although most of it are the trimmed down version, the only things he can tell. He has always been careful about that. Even in the way he spins his answers to my questions, just enough to satisfy my curiosity, but not enough to paint the whole picture. At one point, his voice takes on a strained tone, when he mentioned something about the big case, but I don't dwell on it much. That's normal, right? I mean, who wouldn't be frustrated if you couldn't bring someone to justice just because they keep slipping out of your fingers? If I were in his shoes, I'd definitely lose my mind. His stories never ceases to be entertaining to me, regardless. If things weren't the way they were back home, maybe I would have considered taking on the same job as him. Well, no, not really. Mama would never allow that. But the idea is still there, along with the countless others I've let go. Time passes quickly between us in this manner. Before I know it, we're already at the movie house. Wow! The music caught me off guard because I thought it was like MapleStory music. Huh. Okay, let's see. Point of No Return, October 23rd. Back to the Hood. Nerner? His name is Nerner? I guess this is a singer. Wanted picture of a ghost man. Pocket Chibi coming soon. Pocket Chibi? Batcat soon. Batcat? Not Batman? A small crowd has already formed in front of the theater when we arrive. The Lift Fest, short for Luxborn Independent Film and Theater Festival, attracts a bigger crowd annually, and this year is no different. I've only been to a few indie film screenings with Zach, so I'm not an expert on the matter. But I know that for people hoping to make a break in the industry, getting your film recognized by a local event like this is already a big deal. Especially for a newcomer like Zach. He hasn't even won an award, but just getting a confirmation letter for that the festival committee wants to include his movie in the year's lineup already put a grin on his face for weeks. Speaking of the guy, he's impossible to miss. At 6 feet, he appears to loom over most of the moviegoers, and with his large build and heavy oh, he's the black guy? There's no surprise when people give him a wide berth as they pass by. I say that because, not to be like overly racist, but it's just like in the trailer or the intro, he's like the biggest guy. Also, he's black with orange hair? At least in that portrait. It's often easy to mistake him for someone intimidating at first glance. I did, back when I didn't know any better. Ash did too, I heard. Once early in their friendship.
Oh, there's Zach.
He has orange hair and green eyes. Holy sh!
Hey, you guys! Long time no see!
Oh, I like his voice. Zach's face lights up with a smile of his own. He moves towards us with careful steps, taking a significant effort to make himself smaller as to not bump or accidentally hit anyone. Typical Zach. As he nears, Ash casually raises his hand in greeting and
Sup, Z-Man, my main man. What's crack-a-lackin', my homie?
That's... Really? The awkwardness that descends within the immediate vicinity of our small group is palpable enough. Yo, even Zach looks like, what the fuck did you say? Somewhere to our left, a girl giggles, and only then do I become aware of my mouth hanging open. Yeah, I'm almost amazed how Ash can say that out loud with a straight face. Almost. Considering his track record, I should be used to it by now. Zach seems to be.
Don't stop trying to act black, Ashton. And you're the only one who calls me
Just
Z-Man.
look- he's embarrassed. Oh boy. There's fondness underneath his exasperated tone. If this were any other person, he'd likely be offended. But years of friendship and familiarity have made those words harmless to one's ears. Or at least enough for them both to take it in stride.
It's been a while, Zach.
I hope you didn't get into trouble again.
Not much to get into trouble lately without you, I'm afraid. I'll let you know if something comes up, though.
Nah, I ended up with chicken down stuck on me last time I agreed. I'd really love at least this year to pass without some sort of accident happening again.
Wait, chicken down stuck on me last. What the That's. What? Is that a saying? What? I don't know what that means. I get the gist of it, but. Okay.